Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing installment of Serenity Impact's Youth Prevention Program. Again, my name is Devon. It's good to be here with you guys. Well, let's get started. Why can't we all just get along? We're going to be talking about connection and empathy today. So, first of all, what is connection? It is defined as a relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else. It's an energy. Human connection is an energy exchanged between people who are paying attention to one another. It has the power to deepen the moment, inspire change, and build trust. Connecting with others is essential. In ancient times, being connected as a tribe or clan provided food, shelter, and protection. And those who were outcasted or chose to be outcasted they didn't live very long. So our survival as species is determined by how well we get along with others. There is also a biological payback when we're able to connect positively with those people around us. When we do things that keep us connected to our tribes, we receive wonderful cascades of adrenaline, oxytocin, serotonin flooding all through our bodies. We feel better about ourselves and we feel better about other people as well. In our natural habitat, that space inside of our own skin feels peaceful and loved. What are some examples of connecting positive with other people? What are some examples of connecting negatively with other people, or rather disconnecting? Let's take a look. Positive connections. We act with care towards other people. We're kind. We listen patiently. We're being fair, respectful, following through, doing things that we say that we're going to do for other people. We're reliable. We're present in the moment with other people, loving and supportive. On the flip side, what are negative connections or disconnections? We're cruel. We're rejecting, judging, abusive, whether it be physical or mental. Ostracizing, bullying. It's completely different. You can see the contrast in between the positive and the negative. One of the most dangerous feelings for teens is to feel alienated, feeling disconnected from family, school, close friends, not feeling that anyone cares about you. Do you agree? When you feel alienated and rejected, it's easy to fall into despair, depression, distraction, anxiety, which can put you at high risk for what? Problems with violence, drugs, alcohol, all that stuff. Learning how to get along with other people is a primary survival skill, and it keeps us connected to your tribe, our people, those around us. It keeps you from being pushed to the edges of society where it gets dangerous, if not deadly. One of the most basic skills or universal philosophy that you see in almost every culture around the world is treating others as you want to be treated. Have you heard that before? I'm sure you have in one way or another. Let's take a look. Love your neighbor as yourself, the 10 Commandments. Do not unto others which would cause you pain if done to you. That's Hindu. What I do not wish men to do to me, I also wish not to do to them. Confucius. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Jesus. Regard your neighbor's gain as your gain, and your neighbor's loss as your loss. Tai Zhang King Painyan, and I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. Please forgive me. And no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother that which he desires for himself. That's Muhammad. So basically, all of these equal treat others the way that you want to be treated. It's a universal language. So the big question is, how do you want to be treated? How do you want to connect to other people? How well do you want to understand those around you? And how well do you want them to understand you? Another skill that we can use to achieve this is to walk a mile in their shoes. Or in other words, empathy. One of the critical factors in who you are as a human being is whether or not you can be empathetic. Empathy is understanding how someone else feels or thinking about what they are experiencing. People who can do that think, act, and feel differently than people who cannot. They are more compassionate, complex, and courageous. People who are consumed by their own needs and assertions are more likely to lead a life of trouble and alienation. True statement. Empathy is one of the most complex positive actions, but it's really just as simple as walking a mile in somebody else's shoes, allowing you to get a glimpse of what they're going through. It's not always obvious at first, but most people grow into it bit by bit as their exposure to it and understanding of the other people gets broader and more expansive. Somebody explained this to me once. Say there's 3 people walking along. There's you, sympathy, and empathy. Okay? You're walking and you fall into a hole. Sympathy is going to look down and be like, oh, man, you fell into a hole. That sucks. See you later. Sorry about your luck. Empathy will jump down in that hole with you and tell you, I've been here before. It's going to be okay and I can help you get out, right? It's all consuming. You think it, you feel it. You can be there with that person, right? You can imagine going through whatever it is that they're going through. I have the hopes that help explain it a little bit. It did for me. So, just as you can with any positive action, you can learn how to treat others with empathy by thinking of how you yourself would like to be treated. You need to be understood, to have someone empathize and sympathize with you. So does everyone else. You feel sad, frustrated, or angry when your motives or actions are questioned or when something bad happens. So does everyone else. Other people feel that same way too. And you feel very differently when someone takes a minute to listen to you, to find out the whole story, to find out how you really feel. Other people enjoy that too. As you recognize your own feelings, you begin to understand what others are thinking and feeling, and it's beneficial for all of us. Empathy binds people together as they search for comfort, for solutions, or for a better pathway through tough times. You can endure almost anything if you think somebody understands you, if someone might want to help you, or if you are working with other people. It's universal. Valued behavior in every culture, in every era, doesn't matter how young or old you are. When you offer empathy everywhere and always, as best as you can, you are fulfilling your part of the bargain with life. The part about being available when somebody needs you. The part about helping, hope, and healing. You feel good about yourself when you get there, and you feel as if you're a vital link in a chain of life, and you are, right? Okay, we are going to watch an incredible video. It's about 3 minutes long, and then I will meet you on the other side, okay? I'm not crying, you are. Every time I watch that video, it doesn't matter how many times, it gets me in the feels every time. That's good stuff. If we only knew what people were going through, right? And now, more than ever, if you did know, how would it change the way you treated others? Maybe others in particular. Someone in school that is a little different than you, or someone who doesn't act, dress, or engage in the same way as you. If you knew what was really going on under the surface, how would you treat them? The truth is, we're never going to know what everyone is going through in their lives, and we can't necessarily walk around with a necklace stating our hardships. It's just not the way the world works. But we can choose to be kind and understanding and accepting of other people, no matter what is going on above or under the surface. Right? Okay. Activity time. What is under your surface? Hopefully you have a piece of paper in front of you. If not, please feel free to pause this video for just a moment so everyone can get situated. You're going to have your paper and your pen. All you have to do is take a minute and think about one truth, something that's going on underneath your surface that nobody or maybe few people know about. I want you to write it down. It can be very small. Nobody's going to see it. Okay? And then I want you to wad it up when you're done. Wad it up in a ball. And then I want you to place it in the plastic bag that I provided for you guys. And that's all you're going to do, okay? All right, so let's take about 5 minutes to get this done, and then I will see you in just a second. Okay. right, welcome back. What'd you guys think? Was that a little harder than you thought? Maybe not as hard as you thought? Maybe you're not going through a hard time. Maybe your truth is something to celebrate, and that's fantastic. I hope that it is. I would want to celebrate with you. But if it's not, that's okay too. If you're going through something hard or difficult or scary, that makes me sad. I'm sad for you, and I would want to be there and help you through it. And the truth is, we can't know if somebody is going through something amazing all the time or going through something difficult all the time, but we can recognize each other as human beings and that we all are going through something, good or bad, and we can just be there for each other, just recognizing each other. I see you as a human, as my brother or my sister or my classmate, or you don't even have to know this person, just in passing. Have you ever had a clerk at a convenience store that maybe had a bad attitude and wasn't very kind? And it had nothing to do with you, but it looked like they were just having a bad day. I hate when somebody is going through that, but when they are, I always try to tell them before I leave, I hope your day gets better. And they don't tell me what's wrong, and they don't have to, but just that moment of me letting them know that I recognize you, I see you, and I see that you're struggling, it just kind of makes this momentary shift, like, hey, you're human, I see you, I feel you. Or somebody, when you're driving behind, they cut you off on the road, and you just, profanity, not that we use profanity, or gestures, but I know people that do. And your first instinct is to get frustrated or impatient or angry. We don't know what they're going through. Maybe they just got some bad news at work, or maybe a family member is sick, and it's not our business to know, but just assume maybe they're having a bad day, and let me just patiently go around them and go on about my day. You know, we don't have to react in anger or judgment. Like, we could just, you know what? Maybe they're going through something today. Can you imagine if everyone treated everybody like that? It'd be an amazing place. So, all right, that is it. That is it for today. I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and well, and that y'all are making good choices. And until then, I will see you next time.